Hey everyone, it is Friday night when you are going to see this. It's Thursday morning for us who are recording it right now, and that means it is the Jack and Dave Show, episode number 11. So we are fully, solidly in the double digits now, and today we are talking about, we're talking about Aero-trucks, we're talking about square hood trucks, and we're talking about the evolution of truck design in the Class 8 truck industry. Today, we have with us, of course, my name is Dave. Right across from me, we have Jack. That's why it's called the Jack and Dave Show. And in our producer's chair, in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you see Miss Madison, and she is our producer. Let's get right into it. Question of the week last week, which was a couple weeks ago, was to post your favorite pictures from Matt's. But that's been so long ago now, we'll have to go through the comments from our last show and take a look at those, and we'll let you know when we get through those. The question of the week this week is, what is the next truck show you are attending this year? Upcoming, let's see, what's today? The 22nd, 23rd? 23rd. So we have,
May.
what do we have coming up? We have Reno.
Yeah, ATHS in Reno.
ATHS in Reno. And then we have, we have Iowa 80 in Walcott. That's in July, right? Is there any other shows in June? I don't think there's much going on in June, right?
There's
Oklahoma City.
Joplin 44.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Joplin.
Jamboree.
The Iowa 81, yeah. And then, like I said, we have Iowa 80 in July, which is in Walcott there. Later on in the year, we have GATS in August. Rantoul, which is in July?
No, I think that's in
Early August?
It's either in August or September.
Okay, yeah, so it's later in the year.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff
I was
going
thinking
on.
it was
Is it?
July.
It might be. I don't know. There's a sheet over there, but I don't want to look at the calendar that much.
I don't remember.
So if in the comments below or in a post or anything, let us know which truck show you are going to next this year in 2019. Summer 2019, what's your next truck show? I know a lot of people want to go to all of them and only go to a few. Some people only go to Mats and GATS. Some people only go to Mats and GBATS, which is not happening this year. So are you one of those people that goes to the really big ones only, or to every show that you can find? So please leave that answer in the comments below. Let us know which truck show you are going to next this year. That brings us to our first sponsor before we get started with our main topic, which is Jack's Chrome Shop. As you can see right here, we are sponsored by Jack's Chrome Shop. We are also at Jack's Chrome Shop. And right now, actually, we have an update. Jack's Chrome Shop is offering, instead of 10, we are offering 15% off your first order with the promo code JND15. So 15% off your first order with JND15, that promo code when you check out. And that includes everything on our website, jackschromeshop.com. And Jack, could you tell us a little bit about Jack's Chrome Shop and what our pros are?
Yeah, some of the pros that we have is quick delivery from our warehouse. We've got hundreds of products in stock available to ship. Wide selection of grills, LED lights, lug nut covers, interior trim, bumpers, window accessories, and more.
Our Jack's Loyalty Program, or whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah, Jack's Loyalty Program that gives loyal customers exclusive apparel and access to custom parts, along with special pricing on all items at Jack's Chrome. And Jack's Chrome also sells trucks and trailers on their website. While you're there, check out the new truck posters, perfect for any office or home wall or kids' room, anything like that, anybody who loves trucks.
Whoever loves trucks. Yeah, so we're coming out with a couple new designs from this summer, some pictures that we've taken, and those are going on posters soon. So if you would like a poster of a truck that we have posted on our Instagram, or you want to picture a poster of your own truck, please get a hold of us. Just let us know.
10% off grills throughout the month of May.
Yep.
And for June, we're going to be having sales on steering wheels and steering wheel covers, 15% off. Mud flaps and mud flap accessories are 20% off, and lug nut covers are 20% off.
So yeah, I guess our June sale is a lot of the smaller stuff. We have steering wheels from, let's see, what is it? It's Forever Sharp steering wheels, and also from, I believe it's, what's the CGI, or what's the Steering Wheels International. I can't remember what the acronym is. They have a certain acronym, but we have steering wheels of custom sizes and shapes from all over, and we have steering wheel covers in every color imaginable, including purple, pink, green, blue, orange,
Red.
silver, red,
Black.
Do we have
everything.
Do we have burnt umber?
We might. I don't even know.
Sure
I'm
that
sure.
they
I was
make
going to say, yeah. I'm sure we have something like that. And then mud flaps, mud flap accessories, and lug nut cover. So jackschromeshop.com, use promo code JND15, and we have a lot of sales coming up in June. Okay, so that's our first sponsor right there. Thanks for following through us on that. Make sure you visit the website, and let's talk about Aero-trucks. So, Maddie, can you kind of explain to us the video that by the time this is posted, it'll already be posted on our YouTube.
Correct.
But can you explain to us kind of what you just finished working on?
So basically, I put together a compilation, if you will, pretty comprehensive history of the Peterbilt square hood truck. So it takes you through all the way from the 359 to the 379, all the way up to the 389. And like David mentioned earlier, Peterbilt has mentioned word of possibly taking away the 389 and doing something new in 2021. So that kind of spurred us to create a history video on the Peterbilt square hood. And we also did one on the Kenworth W900 that a lot of people really like, so we decided we would go ahead and give the people what they wanted.
Yeah, so we had
Peterbilt.
a huge response on our YouTube for the Kenworth history video, and it did tens of thousands of views in like a week, so it did really well. So we thought we'd follow that up with a Peterbilt history video also.
We hope you guys like this one equally as much.
Yeah, so if you're watching this now, you'll see this on Friday at 7, Friday night. It'll already be posted, so go to Jack's Chrome Show on YouTube and check out the new video that Maddie just finished. But anyway, the reason that we're talking about Aero-trucks and truck design today is because we kind of realized that the W900 has already been not replaced, but kind of updated with the W990. They haven't officially announced that they're going to cease production on the W900, but I think we can all...
There's speculation.
Well, I think that they what they're seeing right now, I think would probably lead them to not do that, at least for a long time, just because, if you try to get a truck built right now, you're going to wait a year.
Oh, easily, yeah.
As far as the lead time on just getting a truck built, a lot of the sales people that I've talked to, all of their trucks on their lots are sold. They maybe have not taken delivery of them, but all of the trucks on their lots are actually sold, and they don't have any inventory to sell right off the lot. So all of these square hood trucks, they've still got call for them. So I think that the PACCAR should take that into consideration, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah.
100%.
They have not made an official announcement about the W900 saying that they're going to cease production, but the way things have gone with the other models like the T800 and the T880, the T660 and the T600, the T680 and the T660, all these cases show that they introduce a model and then they kind of phase out the older model over time. And so that's probably what will end up happening with the W900. However, I really hope that they don't, because the W900 is just
a classic.
It's a classic, and the W990 it's a step towards the Aero-trucks that owner-operators are not comfortable with yet.
Right.
And I think it was a too far of an overstep of PACCAR into the aero industry and trying to force the aero style onto people that don't want it.
Well, let's face it, there's no school like the old school.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And as long as this generation of drivers is still on the road,
right,
they'll still be either purchasing square hoods from the new truck sales, or if they aren't available, they'll move over to the used truck sales and
for sure,
and revitalize them.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, we may see that happening a lot more. Getting on to the 389, because that's really what this is about. Do you guys think that the 389 will be phased out after 2021? Do you think they'll come up with a replacement to the 389 in 2021, or announce something for like 2021 mats? Possibly maybe a late announcement in like, I don't know, September, October, like they did with the W990, and kind of tease it a little bit on the internet and then release a 399 or whatever they're going to replace it with? Or do you think 389 after 2021 is done, square hoods are done after that?
Well, I think that, a lot of the time these truck manufacturers are catering to fleets, right?
Right.
And the fleets, bottom dollar is what's really important. There are some that, for driver retention are buying the square hood trucks, but they're paying for it in terms of fuel mileage. So I think that really PACCAR is going to be considering who's buying the most trucks.
Right.
And cater to that market, because they have so much capacity,
right,
that they can use to manufacture these, and so they're going to really put their resources to where they can make the most money.
I agree. Yeah, I think I don't know. 2021 is obviously 2 years from now, and so we have a little bit of time for the industry to change. But I think if they don't come up with a replacement or they don't propose a replacement, there's going to be really unhappy Peterbilt owners. And what'll end up happening is they'll go buy older 389 trucks, 379 trucks, 359 trucks, like Jacob was saying, and basically just retrofit these things into modern trucks. They might do modern interiors, modern engine plants, although gliders are still very popular. But the 389, I think, is such a staple now. I think it's been in production for about 12, 13 years that it probably needs an update. But we'll just have to see, I guess, if PACCAR decides to actually do that. So 389 is kind of up in the air. The 399 model is also kind of, we don't know anything about that. All they've said is that they're going to stop production of the 389 in 2021, right? So they haven't confirmed a replacement. They haven't confirmed that they're not replacing it. So kind of a weird time for Peterbilt, especially these next 2 years. Kenworth kind of has a direction now, or a path to go with the W990, even though it's massively unpopular, obviously. They at least have an option instead of being stuck with a 389 and no replacement path yet, right?
Right.
So I guess the W900 was probably on the chopping block, or on the list of things to replace first, because it's been around for like 46 or 47 years, the model itself. So that's probably a much higher priority than the 389, who's only been around for 12. So
Right.
We'll see about those two trucks. PACCAR has been moving towards the aero industry over the past decade or so anyway. And so, with the W990, it's a big step in that aero direction. And so we'll just have to see where the W900, 990, and the 389 go with PACCAR. With Freightliner, we saw this happen. Their aero move happened in the early 2000s, right?
Right.
They were quick on it.
Yeah, they were probably the first ones, or one of the first ones to do it. They had obviously the FLD and the Classics that were up until 2007 or so, but were getting phased out during that time anyway. But the Century, Columbia, and now the Cascadia, which has kind of taken over their entire line, is all Aero-trucks. So Freightliner is 10, 15, almost 20 years ahead of PACCAR in that regard.
Well, I think that's because Freightliner has always catered to the fleets more,
for sure, yeah.
more than the owner-operator.
Yeah.
Built for comfort, not for speed. It's kind of
Or style, or
I mean, it was something that they did because they knew their market.
Yeah.
The owner-operators would go with Peterbilt or Kenworth because of the features that they offered.
Yeah.
So the fleets typically would go with the Freightliners because they're cheap and good fuel mileage.
Right. So I mean that's kind of like the Honda of the industry, right? Like, so it goes back to an analogy of, can Mopar, Chevrolet, and Ford, aka Peterbilt, Kenworth, and like you could make an argument for a third, but can Peterbilt and Kenworth, the owner operator, sports cars, whatever you want to call them, of the trucking industry, can they make that move towards more fuel efficient, more aero trucks? Or are they going to stick with the muscle cars and keep the old iron alive? So that's going to be the big question. Obviously, Freightliner is way ahead of PACCAR in that regard. Another one is Mack recently came out with an aero truck, which is a more aero truck, which is the Mack Anthem. I think they released that at last year's Mats, or was it this year's Mats?
I think it was last year's.
Yeah, so they came out with an aero truck there, and so Mack is moving towards that as well. Not only their day cab and other, almost utility trucks and dump
heavy duty.
Yeah, more stuff like that instead of, and I think this Anthem model is going to be their response, I guess, to Aero-trucks. I'm not sure how well they'll do, but Mack is definitely also making an effort in the aero space. Volvo has been aero since day one, basically. So
yeah.
I mean,
you could say what you want about Volvo. If you ever ride in one, they are one of the most comfortable trucks.
Very comfortable, yeah.
I'd be afraid I'd fall asleep while driving.
Yeah, their new like 770 series and 780 or whatever, they're ridiculously comfortable. They look like crap, but that's all right. That's not what the driver's worried about, right? It's
Jack's Chrome Shop does not endorse any statements said on the Jack and Dave show.
Exactly.
Volvo drivers, we love you.
We love
too.
you. Yeah,
we
just add some
parts
chrome
for
to
you.
it. Yeah. And then international, obviously, when you talk about international, international had some aero trucks like the Eagle and the 9900 and stuff. I guess I don't know if you would consider
those
that
are square hoods.
Yeah, square hood, but they have the more rounded integrated sleeper in them, and so they were moving towards aero beforehand, and now with their new series of trucks, I think they're probably accepting the Aero styling anyway. So obviously the whole industry is going towards Aero, and it's really sad. This is a topic that I don't like talking about because square hood trucks are obviously, you know,
They're where
that's
it's at.
that's where it's at, right? That's where all the looks are. That's where the cool stuff is. That's where the show trucks are. But it seems like almost every single brand that we can think of is moving towards Aero or has an Aero option now, right? So implications of that obviously mean, like Jack was saying, aftermarket industry is going to be huge now. The glider industry is obviously big, but with the whole new regulations and stuff coming down, we don't know what's going to happen with that. Obviously, California has outlawed gliders and other sort of non-DEF trucks and stuff. So the movement is, we have a couple other stories later on that are going to kind of emphasize this, but the technology and the efficiency of the trucking industry specifically is moving towards, you know, less looks, less power, less kind of, you know, flashy stuff and more into fleet stuff. And that makes us really sad. So we thought we'd talk about that.
Just to make you sad.
Anyway, yeah. So
you can share in our sadness.
the last thing on this topic is, or the last thing that we're going to talk about here, and then we're going to do a quick sponsor, is the demand of square hood trucks versus Aero-trucks. And obviously, we looked up some numbers when we did the W990 video, and we saw that the W900 actually only makes up between 7 and 10% of Kenworth's total revenue. And the T680 and other Aero-trucks make up, you know, a vast majority, 40, 50, 60% of their sales. And so that's kind of the driving force behind this change, right? Is you got to follow where the money is. And like Jack was saying earlier, you know, if you're selling 100,000 T680s and you're only selling 10,000 W900s, the
choice is pretty clear there.
Yeah, I mean,
as a business,
you got to follow where the money is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I see more T680s on the road now than ever before, and they're updating it constantly. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about? Have you seen a drop in demand of square hood trucks? Do you think there is a drop in demand of square hood trucks over the past 20 years? I think people are more conscious of fuel, and I think it's harder to make a profit in the trucking industry as it, you know, as things tighten up and more competition enters in the 21st century. And so I think it's almost a necessity for fleets and larger trucking companies to go to these Aero trucks. So what do you guys think?
I would agree with that. You know, when you're talking about fuel, you're talking about just the amount of money that's spent on fuel a day for these fleets is just astronomical.
Right.
However, again, you gotta take into consideration how are you going to keep drivers,
Right.
and so for a lot of them. A lot of their expense comes from just not having drivers in the trucks.
Right.
So if they can keep drivers, they can bring on new drivers by offering the cool trucks that drivers want to drive. Then there still will be a demand for square hoods. But it again, not all fleets are going to do that.
Right.
You know, your Swift, your
They don't care about that. Yeah.
yeah, I
they
mean,
don't care.
They don't care. They just want their fleet, their cheap freight.
Yeah. Butts
that-
and seats. That's all they
yeah.
care about. Yeah.
Do it again and again and keep that money coming in. So, but yeah, I think that there still will be a demand. But the used truck market may be what's going to have
where it
to
comes
fill
from,
it.
where the supply comes from. Right.
Right.
So I mean, that kind of goes back to the trucker shortage or the driver shortage that some people are saying we have. I'm not going to get into the politics of that. Regardless, if there is a shortage for trucks and it continues to increase, or a shortage for drivers and that continues to increase, maybe we will see a resurgence of square hood trucks in order to keep the good drivers and protect investments, obviously, of the nicer trucks and go away from the Aero trucks because they're almost throwaways to these companies, right? They don't care if they put a 6-month, experienced driver in a T680 that costs them, $50,000, $60,000 less than a square hood truck, and they wreck a couple of them. Who gives a shit, right? So,
well, a lot of these companies that are buying these newer trucks are, they keep them in their fleet for about 3 years, and they sell them off.
yeah,
That's the amount of time that it takes to make their nut, if you will,
their investment back, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, it really depends. But we'll see.
Matt, do you have any thoughts on the demand of trucks?
I mean, I guess I like the show trucks a lot and would be really sad to see them go. So, I mean, personally, I hope that they don't, but I also understand that there's a lot of reasons why Aero-trucks are better, especially for fleets like Jack and you were saying. Like, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. Like, I see both sides
Yeah.
of it, but at the same time, like, I would be really sad to see the square hoods go.
Yeah. I think as the next couple years are going to be very impactful to the trucking industry because of the new hours of service and ELD mandate rollout, which we're not going to get into that. That's not for this show. But as things start changing, people start changing the way that they run their businesses, their trucking companies. I think we may see a change in what trucks are bought, driver retention programs, and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see, honestly.
Adapt and
hold on.
overcome.
Yeah, hold on to your butts for the next 2 years, especially when we get word of the 389 replacement. If there is one, there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking in the industry because
Oh, yes.
when people hear that there isn't a replacement for the 389 or there's going to be controversy either side of the coin, and then I'm sure companies will make decisions based on that. So that's kind of our topic there on Aero-trucks. Let's do a quick sponsor, and we'll talk about the future of truck design and some new news that came out.
All right. Well, our sponsor is DAVY CROCKETT TA Travel Center off exit 36 on I-81 in Greenville, Tennessee. For drivers who are stopping in, make sure you either get IHOP, Papa John's, Dunkin' Donuts, or anything else that can bring up your cholesterol and expand your waistline.
There you go.
I'm sure they also have healthy options there. So if you are health conscious, just keep that in mind, I'm sure they do have salads and things available as well. Monthly sales on food and fuel, new lot being built to facilitate more parking, so that you can stay and get your breaks you have to take under the new laws. Locally owned franchise and family oriented. They're a big supporter of Chrome and Steel Radio and Trucker Nation, and they're advocates for drivers and driver interests.
I am looking up their website right now. I believe it's DavyCrockettTravelCenter.com. It's DavyCrockettTravelCenter.com if you want to look at their specials or any of their other amenities there at exit 36 on I-81 in Greenville. Go to DavyCrockettTravelCenter.com, and it lists their fuel prices there, their diesel prices. It's currently $3.03. And I heard a rumor that it is no longer called Dunkin' Donuts, but it's just called Dunkin' because donuts apparently...
Bad PR.
Bad PR, yeah. Apparently donuts make you fat. And
What?
Interesting.
I heard that. I think that was from Jerry and Tyler Novak. So I could be wrong about that, but I heard it was just Dunkin', called just Dunkin' now. Don't quote me on that.
Across the board or just at this specific
I
one?
think it's called Dunkin'. The company.
Yeah, no, I think you're
Maybe?
right. I think you're right.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Am I okay? I don't
They're
know.
rebranding.
You
We'll have to
know
look that
me
up.
as a Dunkin' fiend, and I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, Maddie should know that. God, you're an expert.
I know.
Like Jack was saying, Davy Crockett TA is a huge supporter of Chrome and Steel Radio and also Trucker Nation. Our good friend Tony Justice is the head of Trucker Nation over there, and they deal with a lot of the laws and regulations concerning the ELD and the FMCSA. So if you guys would like to get involved in that fight, go over to truckernation.org and check them out. So also check out Davy Crockett TA. We might have some news coming a couple weeks from now about Davy Crockett TA and their new lot. They're building onto their facility there with more parking and some more amenities. So big announcements for that coming soon. So check them out.
Very good.
Anyway, so the future of square hood trucks and truck design, we've kind of already talked about that. The W990 and its legacy is something I want to talk about. Quick question. We talked about it earlier. Do you think the W990 will take off? And once people see the phase out of the W900, do you think people will catch on to the W990 and start buying those trucks? Or do you think W900 or nothing, they're just going to say, screw it, I'm going to buy old W900s?
Well, it depends on who you are. Again, the owner-operators will find the old W900s. The fleets will convert over to W990 because they don't care.
Because they don't care, exactly, yeah. My thought is, if we're going to transition from square hoods to Aero-trucks, and because obviously the industry is not very happy about Aero-trucks in general, the owner-operators and specifically our customers at Jack's Chrome are mostly an owner-operator square hood trucks. So at what point do you think the industry says, you know what, screw the square hood stuff, we're just going to go all Aero? I'm thinking... I don't think it's 10 years. I don't think it's 5 years. I think it's 2025, 2030, 2035, somewhere around there. I think there's going to be a fundamental shift in the industry where people are just like, I don't know if we can support this anymore. And so only the diehards will be square hood truck guys that are running specialty loads, and everyone else is Aero-trucks. That's my prediction, is probably 2030 or so, 2035. And then everyone else will go pre-owned. The 389 might push us in that direction. But with the gliders being eliminated, especially, I'm pretty sure they passed a law recently here where the gliders are eliminated as a, like when you build a glider, you get a VIN number specifically for that glider and that frame itself instead of a VIN from the manufacturer. And from what I've heard, the new laws about gliders are going to eliminate that process. So you will no longer be able to get a VIN for a glider anymore, and all you can get is a manufacturer-built truck. So essentially, it'll be illegal to run a glider.
Well, the old ones will be grandfathered in.
Yeah, they'll be grandfathered in. Yeah,
I think that for what I heard, and this could be hearsay, but I heard that they were actually just limiting the number of gliders that could be manufactured. That could be correct.
Year. Yeah. But so obviously there's new stuff around gliders and stuff. I think it's just gonna be more and more difficult to get square hood trucks, and with the push towards autonomous driving and all the fear around that, and Tesla doing their stuff, I think it's going to be a smaller and smaller group of hardcore people that are going to be collecting these, right? So I'd say probably 2030, 2035, we're going to see an interesting shift where it's going to be only the hardcore people that are going to be in it. And I don't know, man. That's kind of the march towards time. But all the weird stuff going on might change that, though. Like we talked about earlier, pre-owned truck market is booming from what I've heard on Truck Trader and a couple other like magazines and stuff. Their subscriptions and their, I don't know what to call them, like impressions or read-through rate went up significantly after the W900 or the W990 was announced. Mm-hmm. And so from what I heard, they got a 15 to 20% boost in viewership and subscriptions and read-throughs after the W990 was announced, because people were afraid that the W900 is going out of production. So, like Jack was saying, pre-owned market might be just exploding here in the next couple of years. So buy up old trucks if you can right now, people. But I guess there's probably a definite correlation there between new Aero-trucks coming out and older trucks being picked up. So
most definitely.
Yeah. That right there is our main topic. Some news from this week. What do we have? We have autonomous trucks. The USPS, or United States Postal Service, is in testings or trials for level 4 autonomous driving trucks. I'm not exactly sure what level 4 means. I'm pretty sure it's where you can take your hands off the wheel completely, and you don't have to. You have to be in the seat, I think, but you don't have to touch the wheel, and it drives itself. So level 4 is, I think level 5 is the top, right? Level 5 autonomous.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think level 5 is you can just go take a nap or something like that. So the USPS is testing or in trials right now for their autonomous trucks for that, which kind of brings this full circle back around to trucks in the future and AI and autonomous driving and stuff like that. So that's a big deal. Another hypothetical question here: when do you guys think we'll see actual autonomous trucks on the road functioning as for-profit machines?
I would say not within the next 10 to 15 years. Yeah,
I'm thinking my guess is 2025 at the very, very earliest. Like first truck off the line in 2025. You won't see probably widespread use of it until probably the same time we were talking about earlier, 2030, 2035. The problem is it's everybody else, right? It's everybody else, and it's getting the lanes correct for these trucks to be only in these lanes, and so that people don't crash into autonomous trucks that are driving themselves, right? So I think it's going to be a following of the car industry. We already see Teslas driving themselves. I think they have level 3 autonomy right now. So I think that means you have to keep your hands on the wheel, and level 4 is totally hands off. But I think as we see more Teslas on the road, as we see more self-driving cars, I think Ford and Chevrolet are working on their own versions of their self-driving cars. Mercedes and BMW and all the German brands already have their version of self-driving, or whatever you want to call that, autonomous stuff. And I think trucks will be about 5 to 10 years behind that, right? So the Tesla truck has already been revealed, and it's supposed to be autonomous. But well, I guess we'll have to see on that.
We have to consider too the cost of getting these autonomous trucks.
Yeah,
because,
it's huge.
The manufacturers that are making these have to make back their R&D. So there's an extensive amount of R&D that goes into that, I'm sure. And then, so you still have to have a driver.
Yeah, exactly. It still has to be there. So,
and the driver may not have to be as good at driving, but maybe they have to be, more qualified in terms of
I just saw something.
being able to care for their autonomous truck.
Swift is going to make so much money here in the next couple of years because if they don't have their drivers driving, that's the only problem they have, right? They have all the trucks, they have all the trailers. The only problem they have is drivers, right?
If you drive for Swift, we're sorry.
Yeah, we are sorry. All I'm saying is that if Swift drivers don't have to drive, the only problem they have in their business structure is eliminated, right? So you see all these crashes and all these memes and stuff online about Swift drivers, but if they don't have to even drive anything, if the truck backs it up for them and the truck drives it, you got no problems there.
Yeah.
You got no problems. So Swift is going to make, I'm sure they're investing heavily into the autonomous truck industry right now. So that's kind of the news segment that we have right there. Is there any other news that you guys heard about? We had a couple friends of the show and their relatives specifically pass away here recently. George and Wendy Parker, their son passed away on the 15th of May. So condolences to George and Wendy. They're both excellent people and very nice, sweet people. And it's a real tragedy that their son passed away. I believe he was 21 or 22 years old. So way too young for that. And our condolences to George and Wendy Parker. Also, Robert Greene, I believe his mother passed away this week as well. And so our condolences to Robert Greene and the Greene family. And so our thoughts here at the Jack and Dave Show are with you and your guys' family. And we appreciate you guys being friends of Chrome and Steel Radio and the Jack and Dave Show. So that's it right there. We need to do our last sponsor spot, our weekly truck show, and we can wrap this up and get out of here. So our last sponsor spot is open right now. We have we're looking for sponsors right now for Chrome and Steel Radio. We have our two fantastic ones, Jack's Chrome Shop and Davy Crockett TA. But we are now opening up sponsors for shows. So we're looking for show-specific sponsors for Jack and Dave Show, Bull Hall and BS, and Out on the Road Show with Bill Weaver. And so if you guys are looking to sponsor a show or you're looking to reach a large audience of drivers and blue-collar workers with a product or service, please contact chromeandsteelradio.com at info@chromeandsteelradio.com. Some of the things we do here at Chrome and Steel Radio that's different and important to note is that we have a large and active audience. We have a core group of Chrome and Steel Radio followers that comment and like and follow and share all of our stuff and enjoy our content every single week. And they are always in the comments section here when stuff goes live to talk about stuff. So it's we have a large and active audience. We have an established operation here with multiple different shows, and we are adding on a new writer here, which we'll announce here soon. And so he or she, I will not reveal the gender of the individual, is going to be writing bi-weekly articles for us here on Chrome and Steel Radio. So if you would like to read some more and also see some more stuff, make sure you join chromeandsteelradio.com. Chrome and Steel Radio, the brand, is a highly recognized name. It's been around for, I believe, 2 or 3 years now, and so Chrome and Steel Radio has a high brand recognition. And we are continuously growing industry connections, meaning we are always talking with new partners in the game. We've got truckernation.org, which is kind of they're a partner of ours, kind of, and they do a lot of the ELD and more FMCSA. I don't know what to call it, ELD fight or whatever you want to call it, legislation part of the
Activism.
trucking activism. That's the best word for it. More
Trucking
activism.
activism.
Yeah, truckernation.org is more activist in their regards to the legislation, and we just like to have fun and entertain people. So there you go. But
try.
Tony Justice over there at Trucker Nation, make sure you check them out. Also, we have a high production quality here. The camera and the studio that we use here is some of the top-notch stuff. And so if you're looking to sponsor a show or if you're looking to market to a large group of truckers, drivers, and other blue-collar workers, please get a hold of us at info@chromeandsteelradio.com or send us a message on social media. So that's our sponsor spot right there. Maddie, can you please start us off with the weekly truck show?
Yeah, so speaking of social media, we've got some photos here from this week's truck show, kind of various. I think most of these are from Kenley, the Kenley show that we went to. Who's going first on the truck picks?
I'll go first.
Okay. So we've got
just
from
claimed it.
That's fine.
from
I
this
just called
brown
dibs.
truck right here, brown and tan, all the way up to this red Peterbilt up here.
All right.
Can you zoom in on those?
Well, you can't see all of them, but yes, at one point. Let's see. Can you see those a little better now?
Yeah, you're going to have to zoom in more for the people on the stream.
Let's make this bigger.
No, just zoom in on that.
Okay.
On the Instagram, yeah. We'll just have to scroll. That's all right.
All right. So this red one's the last one. And these are the options.
Sweet. Okay. Well, actually, go on down. I'm gonna go with the first option there. Yeah, I just I honestly like brown. I don't know why.
That's weird.
The color brown I really enjoy. I like it on like Harley's brown and orange, like a glossy orange. So I like this truck. I like the blind mount bumper. I like the visor, and I really like the grill. It's a very good looking grill.
Yeah. This truck, apparently a lot of other people liked it too, if you notice.
Woo! Look at that.
A lot of likes here.
I'm gonna win.
In that area. So good pick, Jack. David, do you want to go next or what?
Yeah, I'll go next. Guys, for this week, instead of voting in the comments below, we're going to be putting up a poll on Facebook. So if you are watching this on Facebook or YouTube, please go to our Facebook page, chromeandsteelradio.com, and vote in the poll. We'll be listing these three trucks and the three pictures on both Chrome and Steel Radio Facebook and also Jack and Dave Show Facebook. And once again, the winner of the truck show, weekly truck show, gets a point on our board up here, and the winner of the contest at the end of the year out of us three gets a gift card, and the loser has to do snow angels in their underwear. So it's not going to be a fun time if we lose, and right now Maddie is crushing both Jack and I. She has 5 points and we both have 2, so please vote for anyone but Maddie, and make sure you go on to Chrome and Steel Radio Facebook in order to vote. So we're going to try this out with a poll thing this week and see how that goes. My choice for this week is, go down. It is the blue and white striped Peterbilt right there.
This one? Or this one?
That one, yep. So this is owned by, I believe his name is Brandon Smith, Smith Transport. This picture was in Kenley, North Carolina. Brandon has a beautiful 379 there with some gorgeous, I believe those are either chinos or short 30. I think they're chino stacks. And he has a gorgeous Mack, I believe it's a Mack trailer dump trailer on
Mack
that.
trailer, yep.
Yeah, is it Mack? Okay. But it's gorgeous. It's all stainless and very, very shiny. The truck is beautiful. It's all lit up, and we have some pictures of it all lit up at night too. But overall, a fantastic truck. Love the paint scheme. Very old school-ish. And so my vote is Smith Transport, Brandon Smith, and his 379.
Nice choice. Also a good one. Got lots of likes on this one as well. Let's see. Well, Jack took my original pick. So I think...
You know it's going to win if Maddie picked it.
Well, yeah. And I think I'm probably going to go with this Peterbilt here. It's because I've literally never seen like that green, like minty color really before. And I think it looks really cool with the yellow. And I just think it's a really pretty truck. And I think this is like a cool angle of it. You can really see the whole thing. And I just like it.
Okay.
Like it.
So to recap, Jack has the brown Peterbilt 379 at the bottom there.
Yes.
You can go back to that.
Right
And
here.
like I said, we'll be posting these on Facebook.
There is actually 2 shots of this truck if you didn't get to see the other
There you
one,
go,
but
yeah.
this is a nice
Oh, well,
front
I want to
line.
change my vote now.
Big old bumper there.
Not allowed.
But yeah, Jack is the brown Peterbilt 379 there. So if you want to pick Jack's pick, vote on the poll on Facebook right now for the brown Peterbilt. If you'd like to vote for my pick, we're going to put this picture up on Facebook also in the poll, and vote for the blue and white Peterbilt 379. And Maddie has the green and gold Peterbilt 379. So pick one of the pictures, vote in the poll. Make sure you go to Facebook, where the polls are going to be Chrome and Steel Radio on Facebook. So also like our personal Jack and Dave show page, where we release some interesting content there that's exclusive to Jack and Dave. So we will reveal those answers on episode number 13, because number 12 we're going to record right after this, and we'll reveal the results of this week's episode in 2 weeks. Right? Okay. So
Sounds good.
that right there is the end of the truck show, and that's the end of our episode number 11 of the Jack and Dave show. Some things we need to go over really quickly is obviously go visit chromeandsteelradio.com. It has been recently, and by recently I mean like last night, updated. We added
Very recent.
Yeah, so we added some new apparel, some Chrome and Steel Radio shirts, hoodies, and decals, and so make sure you check out our store on there. And also we've added 2 new clubs to our chromeandsteelradio.com I guess website there. The first one is a totally free club called the Chrome and Steel Club. The Chrome and Steel Club is it's a members club. All you have to do is put in your name and email there. But the Chrome and Steel Club members are going to get exclusive video content, including biographies of some of our hosts that are going to be produced by some of the most famous video producers in the trucking industry. We're going to do some truck show documentaries this summer from basically from GATS specifically, and a couple of the other big shows, possibly Iowa 80. Those will be some like short specials between 10 and 15 minutes long, but those are only available to Chrome and Steel Club members. And also we have a couple new blog pieces, and they're going to be longer pieces that we're going to be publishing here that are going to be exclusive to Chrome and Steel Club members. And that's going to include investigations into some topics that we've already talked about on the Jack and Dave show. Like, for instance, we talked about Aero-trucks today. We're going to be talking about some of the numbers behind Aero-trucks, the demand for them, the actual numbers there from PACCAR, specifically Kenworth and Peterbilt. And so those will be coming and available only to Chrome and Steel Club members. Also, as a Chrome and Steel Club member, you will get special rebates and discounts from Jack's Chrome specifically, and also from our other partners like DAVY, CROCKETT, TA Travel Center. You'll be getting special discounts and deals from the Chrome and Steel Club there, so make sure you go to chromeandsteelradio.com and check out the Chrome and Steel Club. What are some other things we have? Oh, we have tickets to an upcoming Chrome and Steel Radio event that we have not announced yet, but it's going to be happening late October 26th. Let's see. Chrome and Steel Club also gets exclusive apparel. So we have a couple new designs for Chrome and Steel apparel stuff, and the Chrome and Steel Club members are going to get that exclusively. So if you're not a Chrome and Steel Club member, you will not be able to get these Chrome and Steel Radio pieces of apparel exclusively, the t-shirt and the hoodie there. So make sure you go to chromeandsteelradio.com, check out our Chrome and Steel Club, and sign up for that today. That helps us out a lot. So that's that right there. Make sure you check out chromeandsteelradio.com. Let's do our socials, and let's get out of here. So Chrome and Steel Radio is on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're on SoundCloud, I believe, as well. And we're going to be on iTunes and the Android Play Store here very soon with our audio versions. So make sure you follow us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for right now. Make sure you follow the Jack and Dave Show at Jack and Dave Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, Maddie, can you tell us about the Square Hood Peterbilt video and where to find it?
You'll be able to find that on our YouTube channel as well. That should be out by the time this video is posted.
Yep.
It will be live, so go check that out and make sure you give it some love. We will also share snippets of that on Jack's Chrome Shop, Jack's Chrome Show, so check that out there on our socials.
Okay, and so make sure you check that out. We have had some awesome responses on our YouTube here recently, so we want to keep that growing. Jack's Chrome Shop on YouTube there, or Jack's Chrome Show. Mm-hmm. And that's basically it. Make sure you check out our sponsors, Davy, CROCKETT, TA, Exit 36, ID1, and jackschromeshop.com. Last thing we need to do for the day is the Jack joke.
Oh man, I forgot about the Jack joke.
I don't know if he has one for this week.
Man.
You're not a true jokester unless you can come up with one on the spot.
Distract them really quickly. I'm going to look up a bad dad joke.
No, I got this.
Okay.
I got this. Let's see. All right, so this is one my son told me, and he butchered it, so it's pretty hilarious actually. So, he heard the joke. Where did the cows go on their first date? And the answer is to the movies.
Correct.
Right? But my son, being 5 years old, asked me where did the cows go on their first date, and I said where, and he said to the Shovies, and
Oh, that's cute.
it was pretty good. So
Aw.
he takes after his dad.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
Galore.
At 5. Start
all
him
the time.
young.
On
right.
that note,
On that note, anybody else have anything they want to close with? Do you guys want to plug your own social media? Do you need more Instagram followers, Madison?
I get a lot of trucker follows actually now.
So
Yeah.
if you guys are on Instagram, follow Madison at
Maddie Will 14.
MaddieWill14
I think.
and follow me at David Coleman 27. Jack has the social media presence of an 80-year-old man, so he doesn't have anything.
Woo.
So that's all right. If you guys want to follow us, please do, and we will see you next week on Friday at 7 p.m. for Jack and Dave Show episode number 12.
save stacks when you shop at Jack's.
Save stacks when you shop at Jack's.
yeah.
JacksCromeShop.com. Exactly. We
Have
will
a
talk
good
to you guys.
one, guys.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.